The sad passing of OCHANYA is not one that should be ignored. The abuse, molestation and pain she went through as a child goes further to prove that the world is not yet a safe space for a girl child to thrive. I know you must have seen short clips on social media with the hashtag Justice for OCHANYA. And just in case you are wondering what the details of our story is, then stay tuned to this video as I'll be sharing with you the circumstances that led to OCHANYA's sad passing. Her name is OGBANJE, born in 2005 at OGBANJE, Benue State, Nigeria, into a family consisting of her father, mother and 10 elder siblings. OCHANYA was the 11th child. OGBANJE is a rural community in Benue State that lacks significant government infrastructures like good hospitals and schools. Due to lack of decent schools in the area, OCHANYA's parents sent her to live with her maternal auntie by name Mrs. Felicia Ogboja, who is married to a lecturer by name Mr. Andrew Ogboja, who lectures at Benue State Polytechnic, and their children. OCHANYA's parents saw this as a better option for their daughter, considering the better schooling options that she was going to enjoy. Sadly, things took a bad turn when her cousin by name Victor Ogboja started abusing her sexually. The abuse started just few years after she started living with the Ogboja family. The first time Victor was caught abusing OCHANYA, it was reported to his parents, Mr. and Mrs. Ogboja, who scolded him, but in an attempt to protect their son, they instructed everyone in the household to keep it a secret, giving special warning to OCHANYA, instructing her not to tell anyone about the abuse. Surprisingly, not too long after Victor was caught and scolded, Mr. Andrew, the father of the home, for some weird unknown reason, joined his son in this artless venture. So Mr. Andrew and Victor started taking turns in molesting OCHANYA. This shameful act continued for years until 2018, when OCHANYA started having severe health complications as a result of several forceful entries and prolonged molestations. OCHANYA developed a severe health condition called vesico-vaginal fistula, easily called VVF, a condition that causes urine and feces to leak from the vagina and anus as a result of a hole formed between the vagina and the bladder. This condition is commonly caused by prolonged or obstructed labor, but in OCHANYA's case, it was caused by several forceful entries and prolonged molestation by her uncle and her cousin. When her condition got worse, she had to survive by wearing adult diapers, moving from one hospital to another seeking for medical solution. This was the stage where OCHANYA's case made it online, and back then people lended their platforms and voices to fight for justice. Here is a short clip of OCHANYA giving an account of her experience in the Ogboja household.
When I was 5 years old, I went to my mother's sister's house to school because there was no school in my village. So when I went there, when I was 8, the son started sleeping with me. Then when the sister caught him, the sister then reported him to the father. Then the father scolded at him, and that was when the father started. So September, when I went to school, I was not feeling fine, so I came back home. I went to Federal Medical Center in Makurdi here. I spent 2 months and 5 days there, so they discharged us. When I now came home, then that was when I told my mother that when I was in my uncle's house, my uncle and his son, they were sleeping with me.
And sadly, on the 17th of October 2018, she succumbed to the illness. Several people cried for justice. There were protests, social media cryouts, and celebrities lended their voices to the cause. Say no to sexual abuse. In October 2019, Benue State government arraigned Mr. Andrew Ogboja and Mrs. Felicia Ogboja before the Makurdi High Court. Mrs. Felicia Ogboja was convicted for child negligence and was pronounced guilty, leading to a 5-month jail term without the option of a fine. But surprisingly, the same court released both Mr. Andrew and his son Victor, who were convicted for the actual crime of raping a minor. While delivering judgment on the case, the judge held that the prosecutor failed to prove that Mr. Andrew and Victor were actually the ones molesting OCHANYA. He explained that they failed to examine OCHANYA's body in order to match the specimen found in her with that of Mr. Ogboja and his son Victor. So while OCHANYA's aunt Mrs. Felicia faced a 5-month jail term, Mr. Andrew and Victor were exonerated by the court and has been working as free men since 2018. 7 years later, and the cry for justice has been reawakened. The hashtag Justice for OCHANYA started trending again when social media activists known as Mama P drew attention to the case, crying out on social media that OCHANYA has to get justice. Mr. Andrew and Victor cannot be walking free after perpetrating such evil acts against an 8-year-old child. Since then, social media has been buzzing with several reactions and cries of people calling out for justice.
This young girl started falling sick. OCHANYA started falling sick. The mother in the house, that woman knew, she knew. OCHANYA started falling sick. OCHANYA was sick of VVF. What happens when you grape a child? When the bladder, whether they say the tissue between the bladder and the vaginal tears because of forceful penetration. OCHANYA started falling sick and sick and sick and sick. The woman they treat instead of to go police. Because there is son and the husband. How do they even do these things? Oh God, I'm choking. When you don't treat, you have to feel call his sister, you can carry your pikin, As if say don't know when they sick the pikin. OCHANYA go home, the sister was able to get her to open up. She opened up what she had been going through for 5 years. They gripped this girl for 5 years.
A really sad story. OCHANYA is one out of several young girls who have suffered from this heartless act of child abuse and molestation. What makes it even more devastating is that the law and system fails to serve justice, and most times, the criminals are left to walk freely without paying for their crimes. We pray that the soul of OCHANYA continues to rest in peace. Feel free to drop your thoughts and opinions about this in the comment section, and also drop your condolence messages for OCHANYA's family in the comment section below. This broadcast is brought to you by Becky Culture Media, where we talk about trending news and events. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you in my next one. Bye for now.